ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति द्वैत माधव गोस्वामी महाराज जी की जय। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर गोस्वामी महाराज जी। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति सारंग गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति मयूख भागवत गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्तालक परमहंस महाराज। ओम नितलाप अभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति विजय जयव गोस्वामी महाराज। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति विलास तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति विवेक भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति संबंध पर्वत गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति स्वरूप सिद्धांत गोस्वामी महाराज जी। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति गौरव वैखनुष गोस्वामी महाराज जी। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति जीवन जनार्दन गोस्वामी महाराज जी। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद पद्म श्री शिल भक्ति भूदेव श्रोति गोस्वामी महाराज जी। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति वैभवपुरी गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप स्वाभिन्न गुरुपाद श्री शिल भक्ति गुण संत गोस्वामी महाराज जी की जय। जय जय सपार्श शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी जगत प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नितलाप मध्य शिक्षा गुरु श्री शिल भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप मध्य शिक्षा गुरु श्री शिल भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी। ओम नितलाप मध्य शिक्षा गुरु श्री शिल भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। ओम नितलाप मध्य शिक्षा गुरु श्री शिल भक्ति विस्तार विष्णु गोस्वामी महाराज जी की। सपार्श शिल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसाचार्य शिल गौर किशोर दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। जय शिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति ठाकुर की जय। वैष्णव सर्वों से जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। गौरी भयंत जय वरदेवी दास जी। जय विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती वृंदावन दस्तक कृष्णदास कविराज कृष्ण श्यामानंद भू श्रीनिवास रामचंद्र कविराज नरोत्तम ठाकुर आदि अंतर्गम भक्ति लोकनाथ गोस्वामी गौरदी गोस्वामी भक्केश्वर पंडित शिवान सेन जगदानंद पुण्य पुण्य विद्यानिधि नमाचार्य हरिदास चकमदे पंडित। जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास सुगुण सर्वस्वी भोगी राय रामानंद सर्वदर्द अंतरंग भक्तबिंद की जय। रूपानुग गुरुवर्ग की जय। पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र सुदर्शन चक्र जी गंभीरा मंदिर गुंडीजा मंदिर हरिदास ठाकुर समाधि मंदिर की जय। सिद्ध बगुल की जय। टोटा गोपीनाथ खीरचोरा गोपीनाथ नीलमाधव शिला प्रभुपाद रविवासली की जय। समग्र नीलाचल धाम की जय। समग्र पुरुषोत्तम धाम। जय जय श्री मायापुर धाम नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा जी की यमुना जी सरस्वती जी की जय। भक्ति देवी विंध्य देवी की जय। नित्य रासेश्वरी शिवा संगम की जय। अद्वैत भवन की जय। मुरारी शिवाट की नंदनाचार्य भवन चंद्रशेखर गौधरंग श्रीधरंग शिवासन जगपीठ से मंदिर श्रीमान महाप्रभु अभिवासुरी की है। तत्व सेवित समस्त विग्रह आकर मठ मूल मठ के मूल मठ सेवित समस्त विग्रहगण की है। नित्य रासेश्वरी शिवासंग सेवित समस्त विग्रहगण की है। जय जय ईश्वर दान की। ईश्वर दान श्री गुरुपाद पते मूल समाधि मंदिर की। ईश्वर दान से गुरुपाद पते দ্বারা প্রতিষ্ঠিত শ্রী গোপীনাথ গৌরী মঠ কি জয়। তত্ত্বস্ব সেবিত রাধা গোপীনাথ গৌর গদাধর নৃসিংহ লক্ষ্মী সিংহ জগন্নাথ জি গোপেশ্বর महादेव जी की। गोद्रुम कानून की है, गोद्रुमस्थ सुरभि कुंज सुरभि इंदो महाराज जी की जय। गोद्रुमस्थ श्री सानंद सुखदा कुंज जी की। शिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति ठाकुर भजन खुशी की। शिला ठाकुर पुष्प समाधि मंदिर की। शिला ठाकुर प्रतिष्ठित गौर गौर विग्रह जी की है। शिला ठाकुर सेवक श्री कृष्णदास बाबा जी महाराज की तदीय समाधि मंदिर की। श्री शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज भजन कुटीर की। शिलानंदीश्वर महादेव जी की बिंदा देवी की। हरिहर क्षेत्र हरिहर भगवान जी की। सुवर्ण विहार क्षेत्र सुवर्ण सेन राज सुवर्ण बिहारी हरि की जय। जय हंसवान जी की जय। पंचानंतला जी की जय। सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी भक्त विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंहदेव भगवान के सपार्श नृसिंहदेव प्रहलाद महाराज के सपार्श श्री प्रहलाद महाराज सपार्श नृसिंह समग्र मायापुर धाम नवद्वीप धाम की है। दास बनात से वृंदावन धाम की है। श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन नंदोग्राम जट प्रसना की है। नयन सर्व पेन सर्व मन सर्व पवन सर्व कुसुम सर्व चंद्र सर्व गोविंद कुंड मानस गंगा जी की। दान घाटी जी की हरिदेव जी महाराज जी। हरिदेव जी महाराज गोपेश्वर महादेव बुद्धेश्वर महादेव चकलेश्वर महादेव नंदेश्वर महादेव कामेश्वर महादेव दाऊ जी महाराज राधा गोविंद गौर नित्यानंद रासोस्तरी। जय जय प्राचीन दाजी मंदिर की। रासोस्तरी वंशीवाद धीर समय बस्तन घाट कालिया दह की। जय सेवा कुंज कुंजवान जी की निधुवान जी की जय। जय जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा रमन राधा वल्लभ राधा कुलानंद राधा दामोदर जी राधा रमन लाल जी। जय जय श्री राधा राधा रमन लाल। जय जय श्री राधा गोविंद राधा गोपीनाथ राधा मदन मोहन जी की। जय 84 कोष ब्रजमंडल जी के श्रीमद भागवत जी महापुराण की जय। जय जय श्री गौरी शंकर जी की बिंदा देवी की जय। जय जय श्री चातुर्मास व्रत पालन कर भक्तबिंद की जय। चातुर्मास व्रत की जय। कार्तिक व्रत उज्जावत पालन कर भक्तबिंद की जय। पूजनीय उपस्थित वैष्णवबिंद की। सत्यमंडली मातृमंडली जी की अनंत गरी वैष्णवबिंद की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। अनंत गरी वैष्णवबिंद गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि। वंदे गुरुपद्वंद्वं भक्तबिंदसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वंदे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वंदे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमायुक्तं बिन्दावनं मनोहरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयितगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। वृन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति पदे देवी सत्ववत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेशे गौरीयपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्त गुरुभक्तियुक्तो भक्तिप्रमदाक्ष जगोद्वरुन् धैर्यं सदा परिभवग्नमभिष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरिञ्चनुतं शरण्यं भीतात्युहं पुनतपाल्यभवाद्दिपूतं वन्दे महापुरुषो ते चरुणारविन्दं यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमनिच्छटाय विस्फुरजित किमपि गोपवधू स्वदर्शि पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्ति साराधिकामयि कदा कृपां करोतु। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकाबदात संकीर्तनैकवितरो कमलायताक्ष विश्वाम्बरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नरानं। गंगातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषिः त्ववामभागं। नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं वरानसीपुरपति भजवीशनाथं। वागीशजुष्वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च भक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदये संवित् त्वं सिंहमहं भजे। हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Naivatmano Prabhurayam Nijalabhupurno Manam Janada Viduso Karuno Vinete Jad Jad Jano Bhagavate Vidadhi Tamanam Tachatmane Patimukho Sajathamukasri Naivatmano Prabhurayam Nijalabhupurno Manam Janada Viduso Karuno Vinite Jad Jad Jano Bhagavate Vidadhi Tamanam Tachatmane Pratimukhosya Jatha Mukhasri. Gauriya Gosipati, Sri Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Jagadguru told, with material idea, with material conception, it is not good to find some fault with Aprakrita Lila Vaichitra. Prapanchik buddhi loya Aprakrita Vaichitre dosarop kara murkhotar porichoy. Gauriya Goshtipati, Sri Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Jagadguru told, with material idea, with material conception, it is not good to find some fault with Aprakrita Lila Vaichitra, diversity of Aprakrita Lila. It is not good to find fault with that Aprakrita Vaichitra. It is foolishness. It is not at all good. Because Bhagavan is full of diversity, though is Advaya Gyantattva, still Bhagavan is full of diversity. We should not forget this point. All the time, Bhagavan, though Atmaram, Atmokam, still always busy to fulfill the desires of his devotees, all different way. They are going to do bhajan of Bhagavan. And according to that, Bhagavan going to reciprocate their bhava. They are going to pay. Je yathamang prapadante tang sataiva bhajamyaham. It is 100% perfect. Naivatmana prabhurayam nijalava purno. This sloka is also very important, spoken by Prahlad Maharaj in front of Nrsimhadev. Naivatmana prabhurayam nijalava purno. Bhagavan, you are totally complete. You are feeling satisfaction all the time. There is no deficiency, nothing. You are satisfied in him yourself. Naivatmana prabhurayam nijalava purno. Manam janad avidusho karuno vinete. You are not going to expect anything from anybody. But still, according to the bhava of devotees, judg jano bhagavate vidadhita manam. According to the bhava of devotees, you are going to give response. It is just like tachatmane pratimukhasya yatha mukhasri. It is just like somebody going to see his own face in mirror. Same example I was discussing yesterday. Just like if somebody standing in front of mirror, same thing you can say, according to their bhav, you are going to give them return. Judg jano bhagavate vidadhito manam tacha atmane pratimukosya jatha mukasri. It's true, all the time you are going. Common people, especially those who are sahajiya, Prabhupada going to explain in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhajate taddisi kira yasutta tatpara bhavet. This Bhagavad Sloka, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada going to write, those who are having material idea, those who are sahajiya, they don't understand the very easy, very natural sahaj dharma, natural dharma existing in Golok Vrindavan. Like you can remember, I told many times before, at the bank of Radha Kundo, when Prabhupada going to speak Harikatha, when Prabhupada speaking, don't go there, they are sahaja, come here, I know it is very difficult for you to hear this kind of absolute truth, but still, don't go there, sahaja there. Then all sahajiyas, they are coming in group and speaking to Prabhupada. Actually, you are sahajiya. You speaking as sahajiya, you are sahajiya. Prabhupada speaking, yes, we are sahajiya. Because we are going to express the quite natural dharma of Aprakrita Jagate Sahas Dharma in Vrindavan. Aprakrita Vrindavan, we are going to express our sahaj natural, not artificiality there. That's why you are sahaja. But you are actually, we are actually aprakrita sahaja. You are actually prakrita sahaja. Aprakrita sahaja means, which is quite natural in Vrindavan Dham. Krishna, Brajavasis, they are doing, is quite natural. Those gopikas, they are not doing, they are not going to show some abnormal attitude. You are thinking that way. Actually, those Brajagopikas, they are not going to show some abnormal attitude. It's quite natural. But we cannot understand. That's why Prabhupada going to write commentary on Bhajate Taddisi Kira Ya Sutta Tatpara Bhavet. This sloka, Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada going to write that with material idea, those sahajiya, those foolish sahajiyas, they cannot understand the very natural, quite natural dharma of that aprakrita jagat. They don't understand. They like to do some babichar. They like to do something which is abnormal, which is very, very bad. Babichar. Babichar means very, very, very wrong thing. Wrong thing. They are going to think it that way. When they are going to do some very, very wrong and very, very dirty, very, very dirty behavior, without understanding the quite natural dharma of Prakrita Jagat, they are going to show some very, very dirty behavior, dirty acharan. And they like to think, they like to say, they like to understand that it is actually quite natural in Vrindavan. Not that. Prabhupada speaking, by their dirty behavior, Vishuddha Sattvamoy, Golok Braichitya diversity, we cannot by their behavior, by their comment, by their behavior, surely we are not going to understand that this is the Vishuddha Sutta diversity in Golok Dham. This is not expressed in Golok Dham like as they are saying. Their behavior, their comment cannot prove that this is the actual fact there. Vishuddha Sattamaya Golok, but diversity there in Golok Vrindavan. Surely you are not going to understand. Simply this is going to make your heart more dirty. Simply this is going to make your heart more dirty. Your sense organ become restless. Na yatuhu kamaha kamanam upabhogena sammati havisha krishna vatmaivo bhuyo evavi vardhate. By this procedure, the Sahaja don't understand that their sense organs become more and more dangerous. Sense organ become more and more dangerous. They cannot get control over their sense organs of mind. They don't understand tatparatena nirmalam or tatpara bhavet. They don't understand. Tatparatena vasudeva, this sloka, Risikeno Risikeso Sevanam, Bhakti Ruchate, Tatparatena Nirmalam. That Tatparatena Nirmalam, that Tatparatena Nirmalam, Tatpara Bhavet. Tatpar mane to take action, become busy. Tatpar, take action. Tatparatena Nirmalam or Tatpara Bhavet. These two terms, they are going to make dirty meaning. They want to extract dirty meaning of these two terms, that tatparatana nirmalam or tatpara bhavet. Dirty meaning they are going to get. And by this way, they are going to bring some more and more garbage in this, aprakita tattva. This is Aprakrita, transcendental Aprakrita Tattva, but they are going to bring more and more garbage here. They are going to throw more and more garbage into this very, very pure affair. Over speaking, Tadrishi Kira. People misunderstand. Bhajate Tadrishi Kira. Tadrishi Kira. Bhajate Tadrishi Kira. Prabhupada speaking, they just make opposite meaning. Bhajate tadrisi vira mean they think what Krishna doing, we will have to do it. We have to do it. This way they are meaning. Bhajate tadrisi gira sabda, this ortho, they are going to get dirty meaning. And they start giving satisfaction to their sense organs only. In the Tarpan. It is not at all Krishna Bhajan. Guru Varga used to speak, my son, to understand Krishna Bhajan. To understand what is actual Krishna Bhajan, it takes life after life. If your luck is good, then this life you can understand this is Krishna Bhajan is so rare, so pure, so incredible. We cannot understand. Prabhupada speaking, Bhajate Tadrishi Kira, it means Prakrita Vasta Aprakita Rati. I mean, through bhajan, by the mercy of Raganuga, Rupanuga Bhakta, through our bhajan, we can get Aprakita Rati. Aprakita Rati means Aprakita Rati to serve Krishna. Bhajate Tadrishi. Tadrishi means Aprakita Rati, Prabhupada speaking. Without achieving Aprakita Rati, how one can get entry into Aprakita Dham to serve Krishna, to pass comment about the Leela of Krishna? Is there any right? All in Bengal and everywhere, in the name of Aprakrita Bhajan or dirty thing going on everywhere. Who is going to check? Prabhupada speaking, if some sadhak going to think, some sadhak, only sadhak, if some sadhak going to think that I am Siddha Mahatma, then there is confusion. Prabhupada speaking, sadhana siddhi, completely separate thing. Sadhan and siddhi, not same thing, totally separate thing. If somebody going to grow misconception about sadhan and siddhi bhumika, the platform of sadhan and the platform of siddhi, if there is confusion inside your heart, then there is some big problem can arise. Prabhupada speaking, sadhana siddhir bhumikaye vivarto upasthit hoile जीव प्राकृत सहजिया होइया जाए in Bengali. Sadhana and Siddhi through platform is totally different. And if there is some confusion in it, then Jiva can become Prakrita Sahajya. They become Prakrita Sahajya. Prakrita Sahajya, material Sahajya. Become material Sahajya. Never can go up. This Vidilinga, Jasutta Tatpara Bhavet, Prabhupada speaking, this Bhavet is actually affirmative. Confirmation. Bhavet Path, this after looking Bhavet, Prabhupada speaking, somebody going to watch this word Bhavet. After looking this word, somebody going to think that without attaining any adhikar, Prabhupada speaking, by this word Bhavet, it's a must, you will have to, by this Bhavet word, somebody going to think that which is possible only by growing ruchi, raganugapat adhikar. Though Sahaja, they are going to think, okay, it's full of anartha. We need not attain any adhikar with anartha also. Those who are bhagi, enjoyer, material enjoyer, they also think it is also our adhikar. Because it is written Bhavet. Bhavet means everybody, open order, everybody can do whatever they like. This way, especially in this Raganuga Bhajan, day by day, so much garbage increasing. So much increasing, day by day increasing. There is no way out because we ourselves, we have no right to speak because we ourselves become Sahajya. To whom to check? We cannot identify ourselves as a follower of Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. How we can do? Because we are not going to follow. Which is possible in Golok Vrindavan, which is possible for Krishna and all those Gopikas, that kind of formula not applicable for us at all in this bonded condition. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is going to write, if any sadhak want to seek his total mangal, Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, if some sadhak going to seek his actual mangal, sumangal, then they should follow devotee, those who are in the line of Raganuga Bhaksha. Also they can try to understand, 100%, they can try to understand Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who wanted to show us the way, all his efficacy, all his behavior, everything, all actions, all speech, all action, everything was in favor of Raganuga Bhakta. Mahaprabhu wanted to show. He wanted to show that I am a devotee, I like to do bhajan this way. This way there is great confusion all around. Nobody can understand what is the actual track of Hari Bhajan. Whereas we already know, even Lakshmi Devi, even Lakshmi Devi is not allowed. Even Lakshmi Devi is not allowed. What to speak about you and me? In Bhagavatam we find totally that Nayam Sri Ango U Nitantaratihe Prasadaha Sarjoshitam Nalino Gandharucham Kuto Anyaha Rasasave Asyo Bhajatanda Grihito Kantaha Labdha Sisham Ya Udgad Bhajasandarinam. We know it is impossible for it is impossible actually even Lakshmi Devi could not get chance. Nayam Sri Ango U Nitantarate Prasada. The kind of kripa, the kind of mercy, the kind of kripa received by those gopikas in Rasa Sabha, Krishna wanted to play with them, all like a natural, not abnormal. Abnormal means pakito. It's aprakito, natural, love affair, we saw. And Lakshmi Devi is still today going to do bhajan there in Vrindavan, but still today cannot get chance. Still today cannot get chance. Nayam Sri Ango U Nitantarate He Prasadaha Sarjositam Nalinagandha Rucham Kuto Anya Rasasave Asyo Bhujadanda Grihita Kanto Labdha Sisham Ja Udgada Vajasundarinam. In that Ras place where Krishna was playing in such a way, which is quite natural, not abnormal at all, no trace of any material karma there, I already told. Lakshmi wanted to get Lakshina Pailu. So what about you and me? Lakshmi himself trying, it is written in Bhagavatam in 10th canto. You can remember Kaliyadaman, that time I was speaking about Kasyanubhava asya na deva vidmahe tavangri renu sparshaadhikaraha jadavanchaya sri lalanaya charattapo vihayo kamanu suchiram dhita brata Kasyanubhava asya na deva vidmahe. What kind of punna, what kind of result Kali are going to get? That he is going to get the touch of your lotus feet on head. Kasyanubhava asya na deva vidmahe. We cannot understand. That this, by how he is going to get right, to get the touch of your lotus feet, Padarenu, Tabangri Renu Sparsadikaraha. With this expectation, Sri Lakshmi Devi going to do ascetic penance in this Belvan, still today, to get this kind of chance, but not getting. So you should understand the rare. You should understand this is how rare this is. So how to speak about you and me? Impossible. Whereas Bhagavan already giving, Bhagavan going to declare that I am totally defeated in front of you. Na pare aham niravadya sanjuta, etc. So this way actually, Krishna going to do Leela with them. And yesterday I was speaking about one word that is called Anandamaya Abhyasat. In Vedanta Sutta you can find Anandamaya Abhyasat, this word. Anandamaya Abhyasat means actually you will have to practice. Anandamaya Abhyasat means you will have to practice. Practice Anandamaya Prabhu, Anandamaya Bhavita Prabhu, and you will have to practice about his Leela, Dham, Nam, Parikar, Vaishishta, everything. You will have to practice all the time. Anandamaya Abhyasat. If you go on practicing under the guidance of very, very pure Rupanuga, Raganuga devotees, you can understand everything. By Anandamaya Abhyasat, you can reach the ultimate goal to get seva. Like those gopikas, though it is impossible, still it is possible to get seva like them. Gopavadhu vargena ja kalpitaha. Same seva you can also get if provided you are going to do bhajan properly. Anandamaya Abhyasat. Anandamaya means Bhagavan and all different kind of Anandamaya Lila. You can go on hearing, doing practice of his Aprakrita Nam. You can go on doing seva from heart without duplicity. And viruddha dharma tasmin nachitram. If you find some contradictory point in Krishna, you should not express any doubt because it is possible. Vedanta Sutta also going to support. Viruddha dharma tasmin nachitram. All viruddha dharma tasmin nachitram. He is at the same time very, very merciful. At the same time you can find as if he is merciless. Because Krishna going to leave those gopikas and going away. And that question answer I was discussing. That externally it thinks that Krishna is merciless, but not that. Actually Krishna wants to bestow full mercy upon them. Even first of all, when Krishna going to Radharani, when vanished from this Rasa Lila gone, and then Krishna also gone with Radharani, then all other gopikas they are crying. And after that also we find that Krishna going to leave also Radharani. Also going to leave Radharani in the middle and going to some unknown place. Vanish. Nobody can see. Paroksho. Nobody can see, but Krishna going to watch their activities. I already told. And some word actually, our Guru Varga speaking, Jatte sujata charanam braham staneshu bhita sani dodimai karkaseshu tena tabim atasitat betatena kingshit kurupa divir bhamati dir bhavadayu samna. The that commentator, Vishwanath Chakravarti of Jiva Goswami was also speaking. This is actually It is actually a comment of Radharani. This kind of comment only done by Radharani. And also in between we can find Radharani crying, and then all other gopikas, they are coming to meet him. Ha nath ramano presto kasi kasi mahabhujo dasyaste kripanaya me shakshe darsaya sannidhim. Ha nath ramano presto kasi kasi mahabhujo. Mahabhujo means, here actually Mahabhuj means is a powerful man. But in Rasa Tattva here we say, who can give protection to Gopikas, I mean Gopinath. To give full protection to Gopikas, only Gopinath can do. Keep full protection. That's why Kasi Kasi Mahabhujo, where you are, He Nath, He Raman. If you cannot come and give darshan, Dasyaste kripanayam sakshe, we are going to die. If you cannot so, if you cannot come in front of us, we are going to die. This kind of comment, 2-3 comments especially. Chakotyas Singh is by, it is also by Radharani. Ha nath ramana presto kasi kasi mahabhujo dasyaste kripanayami sakhe darshaya sannidhim. So Krishna going to hide, but going to watch them to increase their love, anxiety is doing. This way actually we see that under the guidance of those gopikas we will have to do bhajan, and is Vedanta we find Anandamaya Abhyasat, according we find Viruddha Dharmam Tasmin no Chitram Ittadi sloka you can find in Vedanta. Also we find that Krishna himself cannot understand that's why Krishna going to take Avirbhavna. Krishna himself cannot understand what is the sweetness there in me, what is the excellency there in me. Krishna himself cannot understand. Big problem. But we find in Dwaraka also, I told yesterday, that Krishna, when going to see his own, own picture in reflection in one, crystal column, crystal pillar, Janmarta Lilopa Ekam Sajogam, Janmarta Lilopa Ekam Sajogam, Mayavalam Darsayata Grihitam, Bismapanam Sasvacha Sauvagarde, Param Padam Bhushanangam. Actually, Vidurji Maharaj speaking, Vidurji Maharaj going to speak, Janmarta Lilopa Ekam Sajogam. Just like Marta Lila, when Krishna going to appear here, Janmarta Lilopa Ekam Sajogam, Mayavalam Darsayata Grihitam, by the help of Yogamaya, going to appear here. Then Bismapanam Sassocha Sauvagarde. Even Krishna himself cannot understand. Krishna become puzzled to see the most beautiful figure. Param Padam Bhushanangam. Those ornaments and everything not going to increase those ornaments not going to increase the glamour of Krishna. On the contrary, Krishna going to give them honor. There is the thing. So beautiful. Actually, in material condition, it is completely impossible for us to understand. Completely impossible for us to understand this point. To understand this Krishna Lila, we must try to understand all the Leelas of Gauranga Mahaprabhu first. Sri Krishna, who is the most beloved of Sri Radha, is now manifest as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Deva with three specific purposes. Ragamarga Bhajan is rare thing. Even before Gauranga Mahaprabhu coming, only Baru Chandidas, Jaidev, Kavi, Git Govinda, this kind of rare, some. Through this point, we could know. But otherwise, before Gauranga Mahaprabhu coming openly, this kind of Ragamarga Bhav, actually the purpose of Mahaprabhu is to give this facility, how we can do this kind of bhajan and go up to. So, Sri Krishna, who is the most beloved of Sri Radharani, is now manifest as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Deva with three specific purposes. First, he like to reveal himself in order to remove forever out of his limitless compassion for the entire humanity, which was not given, Anarpitacharing Chirat. He reveals himself in order to remove forever out of his limitless compassion for the entire humanity, the agonies of the threefold miseries relating to the physical body and subtle mind, subtle body, mind and intelligence, ego, adhyatmic pain. The providential sufferings like earthquake, flood, etc., adi bhautik and adi daivik suffering and afflictions caused by other living beings, adi bhautik, different kind of people going to give me pain, one scorpio going to cut, you are going to miss something, adi bhautik. The first slok in the Sikhastaka, Chetodarpana Marjanam, going to give some indication, is one kind of forest fire all around the world. Nobody going to get peace. How to understand this kind of Krishna prema, this, that. Secondly, he, by his own personal example, is desirous of teaching unalloyed devotion. Mahaprabhu himself wanted to teach us by his own personal efficacies and acharan, everything. Mahaprabhu wanted to give us idea about Sadopasya Seman Dhita Manujokavi Pranaitam, and again other slokas there. Sado, always Bhagavan like to show. Secondly, he, by his own personal example, is desirous, desirous of teaching unalloyed devotion to us. And loving, intimate service to the Supreme Lord as the Divine Master, the Divine Friend. Different mood, all different kind of rasa tattva, Supreme Lord wanted to teach us like a divine master, the divine friend, the divine son, the divine consort, for the fallen and self-forgetful humanity, so that it may have a taste of elixir, which is bhakti rasa, through the varied reciprocal relationships of servanthood, friendship, parenthood, everything, consorthood, according to their temperamental condition. This way Bhagavan wants to bring a flood of prema in this material world. Before Sri Krishna Chaitanya Deva, the message of Krishna Prema, somebody could know through Gita Govinda, Krishna Karnamrita, or the songs of Chandidasa, Vidyapati, dealing with this Sri Radha Krishna Prema, etc., had already been published. It is rare, somebody could understand. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here to make us understand about his Aprakrita Lila Vilas, about this Rasa Lila, this, that, which is impossible for us to understand. But still we are trying to get some idea. So, before Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, the message of Krishna Prema, we could know through Gita Govinda, Krishna Karnamrita songs of Chandidasa, Vidyapati, which all dealings with this Radha Krishna Prema had already been published. But as the subject was unfamiliar, people don't know, they have no idea. So it was a big problem. Even when Mahaprabhu came here, wanted to make us understand, still there was a big problem because common people couldn't understand. As the subject was unfamiliar, it's not common, impossible for common people to understand. It was grossly misunderstood by the intellectual society who were given to sense experience and who were normally addicted to sensualities. They are busy with material sense organ, enjoying mood. And they also, after getting this kind of wrong thing, wrong conception, they wanted to distribute this thing to others. This way contamination going on. After getting this kind of misconception about Radha Govinda Vilas, even about Gita, everybody going to write commentary. Bankim Babu, this, that, so everybody. This way, confusion. So they are busy with sensual matters. At the same time, they are going to distribute, they are going to enjoy material enjoyment. They are going to think same way. Krishna Lila, they are going to think same way. Even so dirty thing, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur going to some place in Minnapur, some place, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and that time the devotees, devotee is going to offer to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we already arrange your parokiya bhav enjoyment. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, what do you mean? Well, this kind of enjoyment. What you say? Bhaktivinoda Thakur ran away from this place. Same thing happened with Prabhupada when Prabhupada went to Bangladesh. Some Sahajiya, Acharya, Sahajiya, they are not actual Acharya, came to discuss with Prabhupada about Raganuga Bhakti, Parokiya Ras. After hearing Prabhupada gone mad, what you say? They are going to pass remark, you cannot understand, you cannot do Hari Bhajan. That Acharya is going to speak to Prabhupada. You cannot do Krishna Bhajan. You have no idea about it. This kind of wrong conception going everywhere. All Vyavichar. So long as one's heart is polluted by sense egoism, false ego, so long as one's mind is, in darkness, by a very, very wrong conception of this kind of man-woman affair, so long as an individual so long as an individual misidentifies his true self with his gross body and his subtle body, mind, intelligence, etc., there is absolutely no possibility of entering into the depth of spiritual transparency of Sri Sri Radha Govinda Prema, which we are going to accept in a very easy way, very cheap way. Though I was trying from different angle for a long time, still I am not satisfied. So rare thing it is, so high thing, that is really impossible. Only by the mercy of Raganuga Guru Varga, Rupapad, Sanatan, Jiva Gosai Pad, Raghunath Das Gosai. That's why our Guru Varga used to speak, you have to do Kirtan. Ajasra smaro smarare, all the time, continuously, if we can cry, by the name of Rupa Goswami, Saragoswami, or Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, all the time, if we cry. Jodi bhajan korvere, one kirtan is there. Jodi bhajan korvere, if you are at all interested to do Krishna bhajan, then you will have to cry and pray all the time in the name of Saragoswami Pad. All the time you will have to cry. You please help. We cannot understand what is this prema, what is this. We cannot understand. Please help. Even Narottama Thakur also in Kirtan singing this way. Kabe ham bujavo jugalo piriti. Narottama Thakur writing, when I can understand this exclusive prema affair of Radha Govinda, kabe ham herav. When I can see Sri Vrindavan, Ar kabe nitai chade, Srila Bharati Maharaj very often used to speak, Ar kabe nitai chader koruna hoive, sangsar vasana mor kabe tuchcha have. When there is material enjoyment can become very, very useless for me. When I can feel that way. Bishai chariya kabe shuddha have mon. First point. You are hearing, we are doing everything. First point. Bishai chariya kabe shuddha have mon. When we can eliminate all Vishaya, painful experience of Vishaya, matter. Even Mahaprabhu going to ignore the father and the elder brother of his father of Raghunath Das Gosai. Mahaprabhu not going to speak that they are Vaishnava. Whereas they are helping, they are always giving donation in Santipur that time. At that time, they were a big donor, Saptagram, big rich man. Not rich, like Indra, it is written, affluences. All the time they are sending different kind of donation to Shantipur, Navadvip, here, they all Vaishnavas. Still Mahaprabhu not going to confess. Try to understand the mood. Because any kind of reconciliation procedure is not allowed. In the way of pure bhajan, what to speak, I feel shy to speak about Raganuga Bhajan, Rupanuga Bhajan. I have no right to speak. Even pure bhajan, to understand pure bhajan. Prabhupada speaking, we have no right to make any reconciliation. Okay, no problem, allow him to do. This kind of reconciliation procedure is not allowed. Pure devotion is exclusive. Pure devotion is so exclusive that we cannot make adjustment. Radharani can never make adjustment with Chandravali, not possible. If you can say Radharani has no patience, no efficacy, it's wrong conception. Because you are standing on this plain material platform, you are going to pass about. Radharani can never come into any understanding with Chandravali, not possible. Because the mood is totally different. Mood is totally different. The mood of Chandravali is totally different from the mood of Radharani. If you don't understand, how you can? So reconciliation procedure is not possible. We can never do. To do some adjustment, to seek some adjustment with some sahajiya or some so-called devotees, acharyas, or so, we will have to leave some good thing. And surely you will have to leave some good thing and you will have to accept some bad thing. Otherwise there is no question of adjustment. Adjustment cannot come because if you come into adjustment, then you will have to leave something good, some bad thing from them. You will have to accept, which is not possible for a pure devotees. So even if we go through Parthana, Prem Bhakti, Chandika, etc., Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj used to sing this kirtan all the time, and Gaurkishore Baba used to keep this 2 kirtan book, Parthana, Prem Bhakti, Chandika, inside heart. Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj used to keep these 2 books inside heart. It is the heart of all Raganuga devotees. Guru Padma used to speak, all the kirtan written by Narottama Thakur, all the kirtan written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur or Mahajan, with their kirtan you can get power. If you are doing kirtan sincerely means to satisfy Supreme Lord only. Not because nobody going to watch me. Why should I do kirtan? It's wastage of time. Why I am reciting Harikatha alone, when I am alone. In Suryakonda here, there continuously to Supreme, nobody there, reciting for the satisfaction of Supreme Lord. I am not going to seek anything. So Narottama Thakur, all kirtan, if you believe me, you can go through all kirtan. It's very easy to understand the mood of Raganuga Bhakti. With the mood of Radharani, with the mood of Gopikas, they are writing Narottama Thakur. Narottama Thakur going to write this way, Kabe ham bujave jugala piriti, Rup ragun atam pade rohum or as. All the time I can go on thinking about the lotus feet of Rup Raghunath. Because they are going to help me to understand. Jugala Priti, Radha and Govinda, this kind of Aprakrita love affair, the Rasa Lila, everything, how? Kabe ham bujava Jugala Priti, this kind of exclusive love affair, transcendental love affair. When and how I can understand? That is the main question. Narottam Thakur going to teach us so that we can never become Sahajiya. Better our improvement I can go slowly, slow but steady, win the race. This procedure is good, but I cannot jump. So actually, those material, big men, they are going to prove that we are important personalities. But they are going to understand this Radha Krishna Prema, Rasa Vilas wrong way. It was grossly misunderstood by the intellectual society because they are busy with their sense experience. They were always busy with their sensual enjoyment. So how they can understand and how they can help other devotees too. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur told that those who are going to speak this way, come on, I can give you a nice teaching on Raganuga Bhakta. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing. If you find somebody going to speak this way, come on, I can give you the idea of Raganuga, I can teach you. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, surely he is a cheater. Raganuga Bhajan can never be taught. Nobody can teach Raganuga Bhajan to me. It's not possible. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if somebody is speaking this way, come on, I can give you a lesson on Raganuga Bhajan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, surely he is a cheater. You cannot believe, not possible. So long as one's heart is polluted by sense egoism, false ego, so long as one's mind is, totally in darkness due to misunderstanding of this Aprakrita love affair of Radha Govinda and Gopikas, because they have some false idea. They have practical idea about their, this kind of Madhur Rasa and material ground. They are going to think same way. They are going to think same way they are going to. So long as one's heart is polluted by sense egoism, so long as one's heart is darkened by a very, very thick skin of Maya, so long as an individual, so long as an individual misidentifies his true self with his gross body and his subtle body, there is absolutely no possibility. There is absolutely no possibility for him to get entry into the depth of the spiritual transparency of Sri Radha Govinda Prema. He can make some contamination. Whole world contaminated by this wrong conception. Eligibility, to get entry into this kind of love affair, get entry into this Rasa Lila, Aprakrita, Lila Vilas of Krishna. Eligibility demands absolute behavior. Eligibility demands absolute behavior. I will have to understand what is absolute behavior for a pure devotee. What is the absolute behavior of a pure devotee? If we confuse about man and woman conception, then all wrong. There is no shortcut to it. You will have to follow this procedure of Raganuga devotees, those were, you will have to follow this. Otherwise there is no shortcut. You can make shortcut and try to understand. It is impossible. Those who will venture to jump and cross, this gradual procedure, those who venture to jump, and they like to avoid our usual procedure of bhajan, adau sadhya tataha satusanga, atha anatha nibriti sva, atha bhajana kriya. After that, anatha nibriti svat, this procedure they are not going to follow. Then they can go to hell forever. Nobody can save them. Even we have no idea about what is pure Sabda Brahma. What to speak about Rapanuga Bhakta, Rupanuga Bhakta. Simply we have no idea about Aprakrita Sabda Brahma. We have no idea. We are in confusion. Without proper Kripa, who can understand what is actually? Everybody is speaking Harikatha, everything is Harikatha. But what is Aprakrita Sabda Brahma? First point. Without taking shelter of Aprakrita Sabda Brahma, anyway, what to speak about Raganuga, Rupanuga Bhakta? We have no scope to cut material bondage, nothing. No way. We cannot think that there is some partiality in Bhagavan, because Bhagavan is always going to same mood for everybody. Samo aham sarva bhuteshu na me desho asti na priyaha. No partiality there with Bhagavan. Samo aham sarva bhuteshu na me desho asti na priyaha. Te bhajanti tu mam Bhakta, je bhajanti tu man bhaktya, mai teshu chapyaham. It is an open declaration in Gita. I have no partiality. If I find somebody going to do bhajan this way, surely I can give chance. I have no partiality. Samo aham sarva bhuteshu, na me desho asti na priyaha. Friend and foe conception, this kind of misconception of friend and foe, not present there in me. If somebody going to do bhajan, je bhajanti tuman bhaktya. If somebody going to show this kind of bhajan, exclusive bhajan, je bhajanti tuman bhaktya, Bhakta mane by exclusive devotion, mood, if you like to do bhajan, je bhajanti tu man bhakta mai te suchapyaham. I am also going to reciprocate. Who can understand? In Vedanta, so many things, there are so many sutras going to help us also. And if we can understand this, we can never become Sahajya. Baccho sa sarvo sabdanam shabdascha na prithak tataha. What do you mean by this word? Vedanta. Baccho, I mean, baccho mean like Krishna is Baccho and Krishna name is Bachak. Follow what I say. When we are going to indicate somebody, that is Baccha. And the name by which we are going to call is Bacha. Bachak. Bachak is actually that man we are going to indicate. Sorry. Bachak. And Bacha means by word we are going to identify him. In Aprakrita Jagat there is no difference. Bacha and Bachak all same. That's why it is written, Bacho sa sarva sabdyanam sabdascha na prithak tataha. There is no gapping of Maya between Krishna and Krishna Nam. The Vedanta, this sutta going to speak, Bacho sa sarvo sabdyanam sabdascha na prithak tataha. There is no gapping of Maya. So Harikatha and Hari, not different. Also we can understand, try to understand, that Tattu Samannayat. In Vedanta is given 18. Tattu Samannayat mane, Tat mane se Tat Vastu se Sat Vastu, that Supreme Lord. You can understand, true. How? What is the verse? Tattu Samo Annayat. Sam mane Sammagrupe, Annayat, Annay va Anukul Rupe. I mean, Pratikul Bhajan is totally prohibited. Pratikul Bhajan, Sam mane Sammak, totally, Anvayat, Annay mean Anukul. Annay Bhatirek, directly, indirectly, it is direct. Annay ba Anukul Anusilan. That's why it is written, Tattu, Tadvastu, say Krishna Vastu, tu, you will have to do bhajan by samam nayat. Tattu saman nayat. Sammak, rupe, totally, annayat, anukul bhave, favorable way, you will have to do. Also another slok going to speak, Gaunaschetna Atma Shabdam. Aprakrita Sabda Brahma. We have to do Anusilan, then we can reach Bhagavad Nam. Anusilan you have to do. Gaunaschetna Atma Shabdam. It means Gaunaschetna Atma Shabdam. Atma Shabdam mean that eternal sound. Atma Sabda mean Vaikuntha Sabda. Sabda and Sabdi, there is no gapping. So, Gaunas Chetna Atma Sabda, this Gaunas Chetna Atma Sabda, I mean Vaikuntha Sabda, is not general Sabda, is Mukha Sabda, very important. Gaunas Chet, don't try to think it is all the same like material sound. You will have to grow this kind of sensitivity to understand. Gaunos chet no Atma Sabdam. Atma Sabdo, Vaikuntha Sabdo is not general sound, which is general sound going to be destroyed in the material world. But Aprakrita Sabda Brahma, eternally present in eternal world. Those who are going to do Anukul Bhajan, for them, in Vedanta it is in Tan Nishtasya Mokkhopadeshat. Mokkhopadeshat means about Bhagavan, if you go on Harikatha hearing, Tan Nishtasya, if you have total affinity, total attachment for Supreme Lord, Tan Nishtasya Mokkhopadeshat, for them, if they go on hearing this kind of Aprakrita Sabda Brahma, they can get free. Anabriti Sabdat, by the Anandamaya Abhyasat. If you go on doing Anusilan, exercise, you can get facility. This way, so many sloka we can find in Vedanta. We are going to give out also Ikshatena Asabdam. Ikshatena Asabdam. Tattu Samannayat, you understand? Ikshaterna sabdam. It means, ikshan means to look, to see. Ikshatehe no sabdam, asabdam. Ikshater na asabdam. Mean, ikshate no asabdam. That's mean, aprakita sabda Brahma, you will have to look, you will have to see. See? Sound? Yes. That's why it is written, clear idea, that aprakita jagat, you can see everything. Through your Anandamaya Abhyasat, if you go on doing exercise of that Aprakita Sabda Brahma, Aprakita Harikatha, Aprakita Seva, in that case, it is written for them, Ikshater na sabdam, Ikshatehe na asabdam. That's mean, which is material sound, you cannot see. You should not try to see Aprakita Sabda, you try to see that Aprakita Sabda. Aprakita Sabda you will have to see, you have to look Aprakita Sabda. Aprakita Sabda you will have to look. Aprakita Sabda can be seen. Even in material world also material sound we can see. If some cardiac graph of heartbeat, so in material world, gramophone, recording all, soundtrack. They have some roof, have some feature. If you play on, again, then you can find the same sound which was recorded, you can see. So, actually, Aprakita Jagat, it is written, Vyasadeva Goswami going to give indication, the Ikshater na sabdam mean, Aprakita sabda Brahma, you try to see, you try to look. You try to understand, you try to see, because it is possible to see, Aprakita Sabda. This way, final conclusion is that, Rupa Goswami Pad given, Tannam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. Come to the conclusion. Tannam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. Smritva Kamena Rasana. Manasi niyajya tishtana vaje tadanuragi jananugami kalam nayad akhilam itu upadesha saram. Same. By nam aprakito nam anusilan, automatically we for long time wanted to understand what is Krishna Prema, what is the secrecy of Rasa Lila, still okay. Practically you can feel when you can practice Harinam. If you can go on doing Harinam, closing your eyes perfectly, then you can understand. Very important thing. Otherwise there is no way. Rupa Goswami finally going to speak, the stage of prema is, not a matter of joke. Prema, it is there in Shastra. We are sometimes going to speak love, but it is impossible. We cannot use this word love. The stage of prema, which must not be identified with love. Because love, this word is applicable here. Aprakita, those Brajagopikas and Krishna, their love affair, impossible for us. But the only way, procedure shown by Rupa Goswami Pad. This way we can. The stage of prema, which must not be identified with love, developing up to anurag and bhava, can manifest itself in 8 sakhis, because Radharani going to serve Krishna. And, Radharani actually counter-hold. Radharani is the counter-hold of divine monastery. And her associates, counterparts, 8 Sakhi, supramandan, consorthood, relating to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Inconceivable. Counterhold divine monastery, divine divinity, Krishna, that means Soevosa. What is, if we say Radharani, Radharani is Krishna and Krishna is Radharani. No difference. That's why it is written, see Radharani, the counterhold of divine monastery, and her associate counterparts. Eight Sakhis in the supramandan consorthood relation with the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the only predominating and transcendental recipient of prema. Krishna going to accept. And Radharani also, they are predominated. Krishna is a predominating absolute, and Radharani and Gopika, they are predominated absolute, Radharani. Krishna is the only object of prema, recipient of prema. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the only predominating and transcendental recipient of prema. No material connection. Don't try to make confusion. While Srimati Radharani is the playing with Krishna, this way we have to going to give enjoyment, full enjoyment to absolute Supreme Divinity, Absolute Lord, Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. This kind of situation, for why Krishna was bound to play with them that way for Brahmaratri, for whole, the duration of Rasa Lila was actually full Brahmaratri, total, impossible. Itham bhuta gunohari, but also we can speak this way, Itham bhuta premno hi brajo goppaho. Why Sukh Adis of Atmaram going to feel attraction for Krishna? Because Itham bhuta gunoha hari. Also on the part of Krishna, we can say, on the part of those gopikas, that there is so nice qualities in gopikas. Krishna already in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so much details there. Krishna speaking, I am the only object of attraction in this whole universe, infinity. But only I feel attraction from Radharani. It is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I know there is some exclusive gunavali, qualities there in Radharani, so that I am also feeling attraction for Radharani. Impossible. Therefore, the climax of prema in Mahabhava is possible, only possible in Srimati Radha alone. Only possible in Srimati Radharani alone. And cannot be possible in any finite self, however advanced in spiritual life. Only and only Radharani can get this kind of facility. The Supreme Enjoyer Sri Krishna tests the mellow sweetness of the consorthood service of Srimati Radharani. The Supreme Lord, the Supreme Enjoyer, the Supreme Enjoyer Sri Krishna tests the mellow sweetness of the consorthood service of Srimati Radharani to him. But what she experiences in return, Radharani what going to, but what she experiences, what Radharani going to feel, but what she experiences in return, both in union and separation. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear. There are three reasons I already told. And actually, the Lord does not know that what Radharani, what going to feel when Radharani is there with Krishna and when separated from Krishna. What kind of feeling Radharani going to get? Follow. Krishna speaking in Chaitanya, I cannot understand. The Lord doesn't know. Hence, Sri Krishna accepted out of his divine prerogative and free will, out of his desire, secha, the complexion of Radharani, he took, Krishna took away the complexion of Srimati Radharani and also the feeling of Srimati Radharani for him to come in the form of Gauranga, so that he might relish Srimati Radharani's feeling. Absolute way, which is called Ujjala Prema, Unnata Ujjala Prema, and thus he became Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This way Mahaprabhu came here, and it is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Mahaprabhu speaking, I mean Krishna going to speak, that this kind of prem is rare in this material world, bhakti rasa. This kind of prema, bhakti rasa, ujjala prema, is rare. So I must go to show myself how devotees can get this kind of scope of prema, how those devotees can get the chance to get this kind of prema. I myself can go and show. Jugadharma is all okay, but Jugadharma Pravartam is not only thing. There are so many reasons. So many reasons provide. You wanted to come here, unallied devotion, so that people can understand. And only this way, actually, Lord Sri Krishna came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to distribute this prema, anarpita charing chirato, karanavatirna kalu, samarpayato unnato ujjala sam sabhakti sriyam, harihi purata sundara dudigadamba sandivito, sada hidai kandarya spurutava sisachinandana. There is the reason Rupa Goswami is going to speak. And to get entry into this kind of exclusive prema, I don't like to extend more, because so complicated thing you cannot understand. So the final conclusion is that Rupa Goswami is writing so many things, but we have no power to understand. Rupa Goswami is writing, this kind of prema is impossible. In Vidagdha Madhav writing, that what kind of painful situation you can get and what kind of, blissful situation you can feel in your life, both. Just like poison and amrita, if mixed. This kind of example given by Rupa Goswami Pada. Just like poison and amrita, mix up. You cannot throw because it is amrita there. You cannot accept because there is poison there. So that's why Piravhir navakala kuto kotuta garvasya nirvasano nishandanena mudam sudha madhurima hankara sankuchanaha prema sandari nandanandana paro jagarati yasantare gyante sputamasra bakra madhurastenaiva vikrantayo. Only and only he can understand. Radharani is speaking. It is the mood of Radharani. Sakhi only is, she can understand. Inside, if inside heart there's kind of Krishna prema, Nandanandan Krishna prema appear, then she can surely understand. The painful experience we are feeling, pira avir, just like, very, very high poison, Kalkut. Kalkut is the topmost poison. Kalkut, topmost poison. And Rupa Goswami Path really is impossible. When Rupa Goswami Path going to express the glories of Nam Prabhu, Tunde Tandavini, Bitanite Tundavali Labdhaye, Karna Krono Karammini Ghotayate Karna Arvidabhyas Priham, Cheto Prangana Sangani Vijayati Sarve Dhyanam Kitim, No Jani Jani Takya Dhut, Amriti Krishneti Varnati. Rai Ramananda himself and Mahaprabhu, they are going to speak. We hear so many glories. We have gone through so many glories of, Harinam Prabhu, but this is exclusive. This is exclusive. We never hear. Radharani going to speak. All the feeling of Radharani. And here, Radharani going to speak. This kind of a painful experience we are feeling, as if going to beat the power of that very fearful poison, Kalkut. So long Kalkut wish, this poison going to, express his mood, vanity, false ego, I am topmost. But Rupa Goswami was writing, Piravir navakal kuta katuta garvasya nirvasano. Even this kind of painful experience, pain, even a man who is going to get in touch with Kalkut vish poison cannot get. Rupa Goswami wanted to prove the painful experience of separation from Krishna is more than the experience of Kalkut vish if going to grasp me, my heart, body. It's really painful. But Rupa Goswami, it is more than that. Nishandanena Piravir navakala kuta katuta garvasya nirvasano Nishandanena mudam sudha madurimahankar sankuchana Prema sundari nandanandana paro jagrati jasantare Gyante sputam asya vakra madhuraste naiva vikrantayo. Who can understand? There is no end. There is no end of this painful experience. Then, a feeling of separation from Krishna. Just like Amrita and poison mixed together, is also going to give us tremendous pleasure inside heart, Krishna Prema. Tremendous pleasure. This painful experience is also, this painful experience of separation from Krishna, is, we know is painful, but still there is excellent transcendental bliss, Aprakrita Anubhava. We don't know why. This kind of zigzag way of prema, this kind of zigzag way of prema, and the power of this prema, zigzag prema, the way of the zigzag prema, and the power of this zigzag prema, Aprakrita prema, is power. Somebody can realize, if at all he is going to get this kind of prema, Nandanandan Krishna, for him, this kind of this kind of prema, if developed inside the heart of anybody, any gopi, she can understand. Outside people cannot understand. Not possible for them. This way, all different way, we wanted to prove for a long time that there is no way that somebody can prove that it is dirty lila. No smell of prakrit lila, nothing. All transcendental. It is aprakrita, and if our luck is favorable, by the mercy of Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, someday we can attain this kind of love affair and get satisfied. Any amount of philosophy, any amount of example cannot give you satisfaction because your heart cannot. So I don't like to explain more. It will therefore be worthwhile to explain here in nutshell the transcendental significance of Mahabhava, which is identified with Srimati Radharani alone. Be careful, only and only Srimati Radharani is the binding force of our Rasa Lila. I already explained. When I was expressing this, that Bhagavan, I was explaining Bhagavan opi tarati, Bhagavan opi taratrihi, saradat phulla mallikaha, bhiksho rantum manas chakre jogo mayam upasritaha. This sloka I was explaining. Keeping in mind the excellency of Radharani, the glamour, attraction of Radharani, Krishna was restless. So this way, Bhagavan OP mean also on there, and Gopikas, they also have feel attraction they like to get. So OP mean they have not one-sided. They are not one-sided. Krishna is also going to extend hand because they are also is a standing commitment. Krishna will fulfill their heart, their desire. So Bhagavan upita ratrihi saradot phulla mallikaha bhiksho rantum manas chakre jogo mayam upasrita. Jogo mayam, I was expressing, before I was explaining among all gopikas, Radharani is topmost, and Radharani is the binding force of that Rasa Lila. If Radharani gone, then all Rasa Lila scattered, break down, all scattered. So we like to draw some conclusion here. It will therefore be worthwhile to explain here in nutshell the transcendental significance of Mahabhava, which is identified with Srimati Radharani alone. The conception of Srimati Radha is completely misconceived by most people. By most of the people, they are going to misunderstand. The conception of Srimati Radharani is completely misconceived, misunderstood by most of the people. Because people standing in such a platform, which is really dirty platform, from the present stage of utter self-forgetfulness of an individual soul, engrossed in the physical and mental, subtle physical and physical body and subtle body, there is so much complicacy already there. And finally, up to Prema Bhakti, bonded soul, from the stage of this utter self-forgetfulness of an individual soul, with this gross body and subtle body, and finally they will have to go up to this Prema Bhakti, up to the attainment of Prema Bhakti. There are different stages of gradual unfolding of innate dormant nature of the soul. Because soul is totally covered up one by one, folding can get unfold. There's covering there. There are different stages of gradual, gradual unfolding of innate, dormant nature of the soul. This way, actually, finally, if they can enjoy our keeper of Rupanuga devotee or Raganuga devotee, only and only then they can understand what is sneha, what is mana, what is bhajan, after that what is, Shraddha, what is sadhu sangha, what is bhajana kriya, and what is anartha nivriti, what is nishtha, what is ruchi, what is asakti, what is bhava, what is prema. After that, what is sneha, what is mana, what is pranaya, what is raga, what is anuraga, what is bhava, and what is Ailvani Mahabhava, which is only so there is a big confusion. There is great confusion among, because, as there has been a lot of confused thinking among us scholars, both Eastern and Western world, about the true nature of bhakti in general, prema in particular, because love and prema, the confusion, and much more about Mahabhava, how they can understand. The supramundane love sports of counter whole, Srimati Radharani with the predominating original whole, Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is really impossible to understand. Through bhajan we can understand anyway. Through bhajan it is only possible to understand through bhajan. Tannama rupa charitadi sukirtananu smritva kamena rasana manasi niyajya tishtana bhaje tadanuragi jananugami kalam naed akhilam iti upadesha saharam vancha kalpatarosya ke pasin bhavacho patitanang pavane bhavishna bhyo namo namo.